get ready to live fearlessly free with Heather Bunch.
So Tommy, how's life going? Is it good? It's great? Not so great? It's downright terrible? Maybe it's a mix of all of the above. We have all been through something, or a lot of somethings, that attempt to mow us down and leave us in the dust feeling defeated. We have a God-given purpose, and if we give up in these moments, others in this world will miss out on what we are supposed to bring to them. Now, whether that could be serving people through your business, through your job, maybe it's showing love to your friends, neighbors, could be encouraging your family. Hi, I'm Heather Bunch, and I am your courageous coach, and I'm here to share with you part 3 of our 5-part series on how to be strong and courageous even when all hell is breaking loose in our life. I just first want to thank you so much for joining me. I know you could be doing a lot of things right now. You're busy, I know it. But you are here learning and growing, so thank you. Now, in part 1 of this series, we learned we need to respond in faith rather than continue in fear, even when all hell seems to be breaking loose in our lives. So if you missed it, hey, just click on the link on the screen and you can do some catch up. To respond in faith, it takes growth. It takes growth on our part. So I'm sharing with you specific steps that you can implement so your faith becomes the first response to that negative stuff that happens instead of the last. Now, in part 2, we learned the first foundational step is renew. We must renew our minds to what God says about us and our situation. Now, this is a crucial step, and it starts to build our strength and our courage so we can face whatever comes our way. Again, if you missed it, click on the link and you can watch that video. Now, have you ever heard the saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me"? That is the biggest load of crock that we bought as kids. The negative words I heard as a kid, they hurt me far more than sticks and stones. Although there was that one time when the sticks and stones really did hurt me. When I was 5, we lived on an acre of land. We had goats, we had a garden, we had a cherry tree, we had it all. And my favorite feature was the sawmill in the back of our house because we could jump off those gigantic sawdust piles, fill in our shorts with all that itchy stuff. It was good times. Now, my older brother was continually experimenting, aka destroying things. Now, this particular day, he takes a long board and he creates a seesaw. Well, just sitting on it, going up and down, that was too boring for him. So he gets this brilliant notion of putting a rock on one end and then jumping on the other end of the seesaw, flinging that rock high into the sky. And I remember searching the horizon for that stony projectile. When thunk. It nails me in the back of the head, and I can feel the blood trickling down my neck as my mom rushes me into the house to stop the bleeding. I'm pretty sure I still got a bump back there. Now that injury, it did hurt. It hurt for a day or so. But I promise you, those harsh words my best friend wrote to me in the 6th grade, they haunted me for decades. Words hurt, but words can also heal. Proverbs 18:21, death and life, they are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Now, our Father, He used words to create our world. He used them to bring it into existence. And our words have that same power because we are made in His image. So, let me share with you step 2, and that is review. The second step to learn to respond in faith instead of continue in fear is review. We need to review what we're saying. What are the words that are coming out of our mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
What are you saying on a regular basis? We can use our words, we can use them to build up. We can use them to tear down. We can use our words to create, or we can use them to destroy. We can use our words to envision a better future, or we can use our words to imagine the worst case scenario. We get to choose. We get to choose the impact we have on our lives by the words we choose to speak.
Choice. The problem is choice.
Life or death. It's in the power of our tongue. Our tongue. Have you ever said something to somebody in the heat of the moment and you later regretted it?
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
Maybe you messed up and you idiot just flew out your mouth faster than you could even think about it. It can be easy to let whatever comes to our mind come out our mouth without a second thought. Everything we say, it first starts as a thought. But just because you think it doesn't mean we should say it. In Annie Andrews' book, The Noticer, there is a character named Jones, and he tells Andy, "You can't believe everything you think." How true that is. Now, just because you think it, that doesn't make it true. Like when you thought, "You're an idiot." Yeah. Or, I can't ever get this right." This is one of my personal favorites. Who do you think you are to try and make a difference in this world? You don't have what it takes. Now, none of these thoughts are true, but they feel true in the moment. And I'd even say that sometimes what we say is a fact, but it's not the truth. The truth supersedes the facts, like when the airplane supersedes the law of gravity with the law of lift. And you get a 50-ton piece of metal that can now fly through the sky. Our world might really feel like it's falling apart. It may be a fact we don't have enough money to pay the bills. The doctor might have really given you a bad report. Our kids might really be failing algebra, English, or school in general. It may be a fact that we don't know everything we need to know to fulfill our dreams. I know that's my case. Yet there's a higher truth that supersedes these facts, and it pulls us through. John 14:6, we see that Jesus says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." And in John 16:13, "But when he, the Spirit of truth, comes, he will guide us into all truth. For he will not speak on his own, but whatever he hears, he will speak, and he will disclose to you what is to come." Now, does anyone remember those bracelets, WWJD? If you don't know what they are, I totally just dated myself in case you didn't know. I hadn't actually thought of those things in years. Well, what they meant was, what would Jesus do? So you were supposed to wear it, and then you would stop before you did something, and you'd look at your bracelet, and you would think, what would Jesus do in this situation? And then hopefully it would change your actions. Well, what if we started asking ourselves, WWJS, what would Jesus speak? Remember, our words are powerful. They bring life, or they bring death. So, to review our words, we need to ask ourselves, is this something Jesus would say? And if our answer is no, we need to ask, what should we say? Now, in his book, Soundtracks, John Acuff shares 3 questions to review your thoughts. Now, these questions can also be applied to our words because remember, it all starts with a thought. So, here are 3 additional questions that you can use to review your words. Number 1, is what I'm saying true? Number 2, is what I'm saying helpful? Now, it may be true, but it might not be helpful. Number 3, ask yourself, is this kind? Is this kind to me? Is it kind to the person I'm talking to? I want you to try this and see what comes to light as you review your words. As you continually do this, as you continually review your words, what you're saying, you're going to start shifting your words, and you're going to notice that you're now speaking life more often instead of words that harm you or those around you. I actually can't remember the last time I called myself an idiot when I messed up. That is a really good feeling. Now, when you change your words to speak truth and life, you start believing it. You're building your faith muscle, and you're becoming strong and courageous so that you can take on the challenges of life no matter what comes your way. Next week, I'm going to share with you step 3 so you can learn to respond in faith and become strong and courageous so that we can be who God's called us to be and fulfill everything He's put in our hearts. Thank you for watching. I would love to know a question that you could give us to help us review our words. If you would, please share it in the comments below, because here's the thing. Your thoughts help all of us grow so we can review our words and become strong and courageous. So thank you. Now, if you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, you can like this video, you can subscribe to this channel, you can even click that notification bell if you would like notifications. Now, don't forget, I've included links to resources and books so you can dig deeper into all this. Now, if you are enjoying this channel and would love a way to support us, you can check out our store at heatherlbunch.com. You can find t-shirts, we got water bottles, tote bags, phone cases, all kinds of stuff. Use promo code LIVEFEARLESSLYFREE, and that's all one word, and you can get 10% off your first order. So, thank you again. Until next time, live fearlessly free.